Welcome to English and Popcorn. Here, we learn English through the stories of movies and TV shows. Grab your popcorn, relax, and let's enjoy today's story while improving your English. Today's story is about Southpaw, the journey of Billy Hope, a champion boxer who seems to have it all: fame, fortune, and a loving family. But one tragic night changes everything, and he must fight not only in the ring, but also for his daughter, his future, and his redemption. Billy Hope is not just any boxer. He is a world champion, known for his strength, speed, and determination inside the ring. Fans cheer his name every time he fights. Reporters write about his success, and television cameras follow his every move. In the world of boxing, Billy Hope is a star, a man at the very top. But Billy is not only a fighter in the ring, he is also a fighter in life. He grew up poor and struggled as a child, but he refused to give up. Every punch he throws is filled with the pain of his past and the hope for a better future. That is why people respect him. They see his story, not just his strength. Outside the ring, Billy's life seems almost perfect. He lives in a big house, drives expensive cars, and wears the clothes of a rich man. Success has given him everything money can buy. But for Billy, the most valuable thing in his life is not money, not fame, not the championship belt. It is his family. His wife, Maureen, has been with him since the very beginning. She is more than his partner. She is his anchor, the person who keeps him grounded when the world becomes too loud and too fast. Maureen loves him deeply, and Billy loves her with all his heart. Every time he steps into the ring, he knows she is watching, cheering, and believing in him. Together, Billy and Maureen raise their young daughter, Layla. She is the light of their lives, the reason Billy fights harder than anyone else. At night, after long days of training, Billy comes home to Layla's laughter and Maureen's smile. For him, that is true victory. In the eyes of the world, Billy Hope has it all: the championship title, the respect of his fans, the love of his wife, and the joy of fatherhood. His record is undefeated. His body is strong, and his heart is full. Life looks like a dream. Billy is standing on top of the mountain, and nothing seems powerful enough to bring him down. At this moment, Billy Hope is not just a champion in boxing. He is a champion in life. At the height of his career, Billy Hope feels untouchable. He is undefeated in the ring, loved by the crowd, and supported by his family. But life can change in an instant, and for Billy, that moment comes on a night he will never forget. Billy and Maureen attend a charity event together, dressed in their finest clothes. The lights are bright, cameras flash, and reporters ask questions as they walk into the hall. Billy is calm but proud. Beside him, Maureen smiles, always his source of strength. For a moment, everything feels normal. Another night of celebration, another reminder of their success. But among the crowd is a rival boxer, a man filled with anger and jealousy. He has been waiting for this chance, not inside the ring, but outside it, to get under Billy's skin. He shouts insults, questioning Billy's strength and mocking his victories. Billy tries to ignore him, but the rival pushes harder. He wants a reaction. He wants to see Billy lose control. The words sting. Billy, known for his fiery temper, begins to shout back. Maureen, standing close, senses the danger. She whispers to him to stay calm, to walk away, to remember that he has nothing to prove. But the rival steps closer, his voice louder, his words sharper. Suddenly, chaos erupts. In the heat of the argument, a gun is drawn. Shouts echo in the hall. People panic, pushing and screaming. And then, one terrible sound cuts through the noise. A gunshot. The bullet does not hit Billy. It hits Maureen. Time slows down as Billy turns to see his wife falling into his arms. Her eyes, once full of life and love, begin to fade. He cries out her name, begging her to stay with him, begging her not to leave. But the wound is too deep. The light in her eyes slowly disappears. In one single moment, Billy loses the love of his life. The woman who stood by him through every fight, every hardship, every victory, is gone. The hall that was filled with music and laughter now echoes with Billy's desperate screams. The champion of the world, the man who could not be beaten in the ring, is powerless. He cannot fight this. He cannot save her. And as Maureen slips away, Billy's perfect world shatters. After Maureen's death, Billy's world is turned upside down. The man who once stood tall and confident in the ring is now broken, lost, and drowning in grief. Without Maureen, he feels empty. His victories mean nothing. His strength means nothing. The one person who gave meaning to his life is gone. At first, Billy tries to push through the pain. He continues to train, continues to fight, but the fire inside him is gone. His punches are wild, filled with anger rather than focus. In the ring, he is no longer the same champion. Instead of fighting with strategy, he fights with rage, leaving himself open and vulnerable. For the first time in his career, Billy loses. The crowd that once cheered for him now watches in shock as their hero falls. Outside the ring, things grow worse. Billy turns to alcohol and reckless behavior. Nights blur together as he tries to escape the pain in any way he can. His friends, his manager, and even his fans begin to leave him. The people who once celebrated his success now turn their backs on his failure. But the deepest wound comes not from his career, but from his family. Because of his unstable behavior and reckless lifestyle, the court decides he is unfit to care for Layla. His daughter, the one piece of Maureen he still has, is taken away from him. When the judge delivers the verdict, Billy breaks down. He begs to keep his daughter, but his pleas are not enough. Layla is placed in the care of the state, and Billy is left completely alone. His house is taken, his money is gone, and his championship belt, once a symbol of pride, is nothing but a reminder of the man he used to be. The cameras that once loved him now follow him for the wrong reasons. Headlines speak not of a champion, but of a fallen star. Billy Hope, the man who had everything, now has nothing. In the darkness of his small, empty apartment, Billy stares at old photos of Maureen and Layla. Tears fill his eyes as he realizes how far he has fallen. He was once a champion of the world, but now he cannot even be a champion for his own daughter. Billy has hit rock bottom. And yet, somewhere deep inside, a small voice whispers that this is not the end. In the middle of his despair, when it seems like everything is lost, Billy stumbles upon a small, old boxing gym. It is nothing like the glamorous arenas he is used to. The paint on the walls is chipped, the equipment is worn out, and the smell of sweat fills the air. But inside, Billy finds something far more important than luxury. He finds discipline. He finds honesty. And he finds a man named Tick Wills. Tick Wills is an experienced trainer, a man who once coached champions but now focuses on guiding troubled young fighters. He is strict, serious, and not easily impressed. When Billy first asks for help, Tick refuses. He sees Billy as another broken fighter, reckless and unstable, too full of anger to learn. But Billy does not give up. He knows that if he wants to get his daughter back, if he wants to rebuild his life, he needs someone to guide him. Slowly, he earns Tick's respect by showing up every day, ready to train, willing to listen. Tick does not make it easy. His training is tough, his words are sharp, and his patience is thin. But beneath the hard exterior, Tick sees the truth. Billy still has heart. He still has the strength to fight, not just in the ring, but in life. Under Tick's guidance, Billy begins to change. He learns to control his emotions, to focus on strategy, to fight with his mind as well as his fists. Tick teaches him that boxing is not about rage, but about rhythm, timing, and discipline. He drills Billy on defense, on footwork, on patience. For the first time in a long while, Billy is not just swinging wildly. He is learning again. Outside the gym, the transformation continues. Billy stays sober, avoids trouble, and begins to rebuild his self-respect. He writes letters to Layla, hoping one day she will forgive him and see that he is trying to become a better man. Day by day, sweat after sweat, punch after punch, Billy is reborn. He is no longer just fighting to win. He is fighting to prove that he can be the father his daughter deserves. And though the road ahead is still uncertain, one thing becomes clear. With Tick by his side, Billy Hope is no longer falling. He is climbing again. Months of grueling training pass, and Billy begins to feel like himself again, but stronger, wiser, and more focused than ever. He is no longer the reckless fighter who depended only on anger and power. Under Tick's guidance, he is transformed into a disciplined boxer, one who knows how to defend, when to strike, and how to control his emotions. The world, however, still doubts him. Reporters call him a washed-up fighter. Promoters hesitate to give him another chance. But then, an opportunity arrives, an offer for Billy to return to the ring in the biggest fight of his life. His opponent will be Miguel Escobar, the very same fighter whose actions led to the night Maureen was killed. For Billy, this is more than just a match. It is personal. It is a chance to honor Maureen's memory, to show his daughter that he has changed, and to prove to the world, and to himself, that he is still a true champion. Tick is hesitant at first. He knows Escobar is dangerous, and he worries that Billy's emotions might get in the way. But Billy convinces him, this fight is not about anger. It is about redemption. With a reluctant nod, Tick agrees to prepare him. The training intensifies. Every day, Billy wakes up before dawn. He runs miles in the dark, pushes his body to the limit, and spends endless hours in the gym perfecting his defense. Tick forces him to spar again and again, teaching him to stay calm under pressure. Control, focus, patience, Tick reminds him over and over. Billy listens. He absorbs every lesson, determined not to waste this second chance. Meanwhile, Layla hears about the fight. Though still hurt and distant, she begins to see that her father is trying. The letters he wrote, the changes he made, the discipline he found, all of it is for her. Deep down, she still loves him, and she quietly begins to believe in him again. Finally, the night of the fight arrives. The arena is packed, the lights are blinding, and the crowd roars with anticipation. Billy walks toward the ring, his gloves laced tight, his heart pounding. The boos of doubters mix with the cheers of loyal fans. Somewhere in the audience, Layla watches, her eyes filled with both fear and hope. This is not just another boxing match. This is Billy Hope's chance to reclaim his life, his dignity, and his family. The comeback begins now. The bell rings, and the fight begins. The crowd erupts with noise as Billy faces Miguel Escobar, the man who once mocked him, the man connected to the tragedy that destroyed his life. But Billy is not the same fighter he used to be. He no longer swings wildly with anger. He is calm, focused, and disciplined. Every step, every punch, every breath is under control. Escobar comes out fast, throwing powerful combinations, trying to overwhelm Billy early. The punches land heavy, and for a moment, the crowd wonders if Billy can withstand it. But this time, he does not crumble. He blocks, he slips, he moves with precision, just as Tick taught him. He is not just surviving, he is fighting smart. Round after round, the battle intensifies. Escobar is ruthless, but Billy answers every attack with determination. Blood runs down his face, his ribs ache, and his body screams in pain, but Billy refuses to give up. Every time he feels weak, he thinks of Maureen. Every time he is knocked back, he thinks of Layla. He is not fighting for money, fame, or pride. He is fighting for them. Tick's voice echoes from the corner. Stay calm, stay sharp. Defense first, then strike. Billy listens. He breathes, steadies himself, and waits for his moment. And then, in the final rounds, that moment arrives. Escobar, growing frustrated, leaves himself open. Billy sees the opening. He counters with speed and power, landing clean shots that shake the arena. The crowd rises to its feet as Billy takes control. Blow after blow, he pushes Escobar back, proving that the champion is not gone. He has simply been reborn. The last bell rings. Both fighters stand battered and exhausted. The judges prepare their decision. The arena falls silent, waiting. And then, the announcement. Billy Hope wins by decision. The crowd erupts in thunderous applause. Billy raises his arms, not in arrogance, but in relief, in gratitude. Tears stream down his face as he looks into the audience and finds Layla. For the first time in a long time, her eyes shine with pride. Billy has won the fight, but more importantly, he has won himself back. He has proven that he can rise from the ashes of tragedy, that he can change, and that he can be the father his daughter needs. In the end, the real victory is not the belt around his waist. It is the bond between father and daughter, restored through struggle, sacrifice, and love. Billy Hope has found redemption. And that was the story of Southpaw, a journey of loss, struggle, and redemption. Billy Hope teaches us that no matter how hard life hits, we can always stand up again. Thank you for watching English and Popcorn. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so we can keep learning English through powerful stories together. See you in the next one.